Prepare for battle.
Okay, prepare for battle. You heard it, guys. Which means we're gonna load in and we're gonna see how this game is gonna go. I'm definitely curious once again. This time around, new beginning. They do seem to have the better drafts. Just the draw pick I'm kind of skeptical about. Once again, the Hudson hero could potentially turn out really poorly. And I mean, sometimes you just get that situation where in the meta you're kind of getting screwed over. No, you just can't really work with any of the heroes you're given, with any of the stuff that's currently supposed to be strong. It's gonna be a mid lane Pugna and a safe lane Drow Ranger. So at least that means Hudson has a decent chance. Game around.
The battle begins.
Okay, there we go. Game started. Sanki trying to go for a block fissure will not succeed with that one. Just half a second off. Cat wants to see Techies patch strat. I don't know. It would be huge if Techies would get a big enough buff for Techies to actually become a thing again. And it's gonna be an offlane clock. That of the Omen clock. Interesting choice. I mean, Earthshaker's blink dagger timing and his build in general, you know. It is more important than most that Clockwork can do. But the fact that you're shutting down the safe lane a bit harder might really come into play, especially with a draw strat. NJ getting locked in by the fissure. That's just gonna be a first blood here, I'm guessing. Taking a lot of damage, but is gonna be able to walk out of there. As Retribution decide not to take any risk. I can see chat. If you have a song request, I guess I can do those. I don't see why not. As long as it's somewhat normal song, but not during the game. So during the next break screen when we... Okay, wait, we actually might see some action here. Yeah, there we go. This time around the fissure is perfectly on point. Retribution getting a first blood there. Proxy really glad to get 2 int out of that one. Walking around to get some more int going. Science off to a great start. Retribution now running for his life. Is getting impaled up. Could be going down here. Ling does want the kill so badly, but can't quite get it at this rate. Now instead dropping low himself. So almost at that point we kind of commit to dying. And look at Retribution just duking it out while the Tango does some work. The Ace Prophet. Yeah, there we go. Finally kills him off. Nice little return kill. But yeah, guys, during the next break screen I can do a couple of song requests, I guess. I don't see why not, as long as you are not gonna be obnoxious about it, since oftentimes when I do song requests, people start spamming shit like Pink Guy or Raka Raka and think they're funny, and like I've never heard that shit before. I'm a meme lord, I gotta know all the offensive stuff on YouTube. It's just that I don't want it during my day job, you know, learning my rap. Okay, meanwhile in the mid lane, looks like we're gonna see some action here as Mirana running for life. Sanki, he is dead, but he is dead to engines, which is way better. Now instead Yamate is being turned on. It's not gonna go down though, despite the Clockwork gank rotation. And Science, after that great start, has been kind of quiet. Not putting on that much aggression anymore.
Roots and run.
Okay, Ling is gonna take a ton of damage here. Retribution getting the movement speed up. It looks like NJ is gonna be the target here. Jay is taking a ton of damage. Lions didn't get the end out of that one, but now Ling gets caught, and that's definitely gonna be in. Double kill for Retribution. The Drow still free farming on mid lane. Meanwhile, Yamate went down, or Drow farming on bot lane. Yamate went down in the middle lane to the Mirana, who is struggling a bit in terms of regen management, but should be doing fine. Once again, this top lane pushing a bit of aggression, poking people. Mongolz, they're off to a great start. They could play this more aggressively if they really wanted to, but I guess they just want to keep it safe. Also, for fuck's sake, chat, I guess I can play Sandstorm for the next games coming up. I mean, it's a meme and you just did it for the meme, I know that, but hey, I'm a meme lord, so I got to. Meanwhile, Clockwork in a bit of trouble. It's gonna be fine, and boom, if you getting flared.
Weep some more.
Hey, Sankey. First setup on Hudson here on the Drow. Not quite gonna find it. Okay, Cogs are gonna fix that though. Really nice Cogs, dragging Hudson out of position. Clockwork trying to get a kill on the Drow there. Everything off the mark though, and Hudson is still gonna live for a while longer. Sankey now commits to getting the kill, so that's two heroes trade for a Drow range. And meanwhile, the top lane, Retribution just got a kill. Sankey still trying to get out of there.
The prize is mine.
Should be able to actually, or not. Ling comes on in. However, Mirana doing some good work. Now Nate's Prophet coming on in. Mirana in a bit of trouble. There's a good fissure. Onto Ling. Could enable a return kill. Clockwork meanwhile trying to kill off Nate's Prophet there. As the Mirana almost dead, but with the bottle is gonna be able to regen up and is gonna get another kill onto Ifyu here, and this is just such a huge start for Mongolz. As for the kill in the top lane, Science did get int out of that. Bloodseeker by now super fat. This is gonna be a really hard game to come back into already. I mean, yeah, once you start hitting objectives, once you start getting a couple of towers, things are gonna turn around.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Someone made the mistake of putting a link in chat. Guys, you don't need to put links for song requests and shit.
Has been denied.
I got that one covered. Our bot's pretty strict on links after... Well, we've been having some trouble with the issue. So sorry for your accidental timeout, man. I know the struggle. So let's talk some more about this game on hand. Right now it's just waiting for an opportunity to split push here for Team New Beginnings. I mean, they got one tier 1 opening out the map up a little bit, but that's far from enough. What you want is all the tier, like, you want to be an entire tier of towers ahead. Like, while your opponent's pushing your last tier 1, you want to be pushing their last tier 2, that kind of thing. The successful Ling now getting hookshotted at. Okay, that was just a complete overkill with the long range arrow, with the enchant totem and everything. 3 heroes on the top lane, now gonna kill off Retribution, a nice and high value return kill. Nothing proxy on Silencer can do there. However, now we got the Clockwork coming in, trying to get a kill. And that's just a dead Yamate. NJ trying to get out of there. He's gonna succeed for now, but there's the arrow. Oh no.
You have learned nothing.
13-3 score, and the towers are not quite looking what they have to be to justify that kind of score. Drow, meanwhile, now laning against the Bloodseeker, which is really bad because he is one of those heroes who's great at closing the distance. He can prevent you from kiting and make your life a living hell. Top tier 1 now getting pushed by Mongolz as well, because why the hell not force a bit of aggression? Your enemy is gonna start pushing in super fast anyways. Proxy in a bit of trouble. Proxy Global Science is just gonna try and teleport out of there. Is gonna succeed. The rest of his team also just gonna disengage and everything's fine. So now a really good chance for New Beginning to push the top lane. And if they can somehow get both tier 1s here, it would help them make a magnificent comeback in terms of gold net worth. Damage is there to pull it up. Look at that tower dropping. Absolutely nothing that Team Mongolz can do about it. And now Earthshake is gonna go down. Mirana silenced up, slowed up. Can they get the kill? That's gonna be the Clockwork trying to turn it around. There comes a giant Starstorm. Gonna result in a kill on Hudson here. They're gonna continue going. And Silencer comes on in. Yamate is about to go down here to the Silencer or the Bloodseeker. Never mind that one. Yamate went down as well, and NJ is gonna be able to teleport out, but you just lost 3 or 4 ways. Did Rubik die in that exact fight? Oh no, and now NJ gets caught as well. Yes, Dota, it was just a solo kill on Nature's Prophet. Thank you for showing that, Dota. This was completely the entire, more than a minute long teamfight that happened. Definitely. I'm sure there's not a single thing you missed.
Players here. Allies disappear.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Clockwork enabling another kill on the draw range here. Hudson's gonna go down again. And Hudson, I don't know, I think this meta really isn't too kind on his hero pool. Because on the spec he did everything right. It's just that with Silver Edge coming online that early, with you generally not being that insanely tanky hero that Spectre used to be, just feels bad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Coin from Mongolz.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Death and gold are linked.
Tier 1 tower on bottom lane is gonna drop in favor of Mongolz now, who are already 5k ahead. And I mean, New Beginning, they only got mid game. Like, they got an, I'd say, 15-minute window from now on to somehow win this game based on objectives. After that, they're gonna struggle. On a bit of a clock here. And there's an initiation on the Earthshaker, who tried to set up an ambush, but look at that. As that's gonna be the Neek, stunned up for ages. Mirana's gonna enable that kill. Nature's Prophet's now gonna go down. Science, meanwhile, perfect positioning to snatch all of that intelligence you want. Yamate gonna go down next, and that's a triple kill on the Bloodseeker. Science sitting at 24 stolen in. That's 4 int per minute stolen. Hudson's gonna go down. Mid tier 1 tower is gonna go down with this. Now Mongolz got the map opened up for them, and all of a sudden Mongolz there getting revenge on New Beginning owning them last season. I like this kind of interaction where one team plays really well, then all of a sudden the other team manages to turn things around.
And it's off. shadows take us.
Rana ultimate now just look for you're 6k ahead. Silencer hits for wait, let's do the math here. Yeah,
I'll take
180. That can be translated to 240 physical damage output, I guess. No, it's a bit too early for that. I'd say it's 200. So 220 damage times. Yeah, I'd just say Silence deals 200 DPS. Meanwhile, Rubik gonna get drawn out of position, gonna get killed off instantaneously. So this is Silence with 200 DPS up against Throw Ranger with less DPS than that, with the ultimate on. That is kinda sad. I mean, that's just really kinda sad. When the Silencer support deals more DPS than the Drow carry. Okay, we got the Nature Prophet caught out, but he used the TP scroll instead of his normal TP, and that prevents him from dying there. The bottom tower now gonna drop an insane rate, or at least a decent rate. As yeah, this is pretty good. And I mean, this is exactly what Team New Beginning needs in order to make a comeback into this game. Bloodseeker now gonna get caught out, gonna get killed off.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, Proxy will be caught out of position a bit, but he's got his teammates to hide behind. Just gonna curse some people up. By trying to Delta split and get out of there. Yamate might succeed. Will succeed with the hookshot of the mark. Ding teleporting out as well. No more follow-up kills for Mongolz here. This was actually a really good push. On the mid lane, Rubik is gonna die, but thanks for the reminder, chat. I completely forgot about net worth. So it's pretty much what most of you could have been expecting. I really need to remember all of that stuff. Like, I got overlays to do, I got, you know, everything set up. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I really love this job, and I'm not complaining that I don't like my job. It's just that I don't like to do my job early in the morning, you know? It's the same with pretty much anything you love. You don't want to do a lot of stuff when you're tired.
Do it with flair.
So the game's finally quieted down a tiny bit after that. Well, it isn't really much of a comeback, but it did slow down Mongolz in their tracks, at least temporarily.
Salamene shadows take us. Bullseye.
Okay, long range arrow on the Pugna there. Pugna just gonna go down. Another nice return kill, and there comes the hook shot on the Neek assassin, who's also gonna go down. Gonna give Silence some more int, and this is huge. I mean, all this int being stolen, Mongol just nearly unstoppable. Like, yes, we saw Bloodseeker die once. Still, I don't think Retribution really minds, especially because he's gonna get a Radiance online in a bit. Nature Prophet took a bit of a risk there, might get punished for it, but they don't have anything to interrupt the TP with.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The prize is mine.
Silencer could be going down now to the drone Rubik, yeah. Rubik even stole the curse. Add injury to Insult, and Bloodseeker, Retribution is gonna go down once again. Body blocked in, would have wished he had phase boots up and running.
Illusion.
That should help.
So Team New Beginnings, they are getting pickoffs. They just don't get the pressure they need as of now. They don't get the push. They don't get the, you know, that clock I was talking about earlier. That New Beginning are kind of on. They need to keep playing according to that. They need to kind of keep forcing that, and then they would be good. But as of right now, that's really hard to pull off. Drow stacked up a really good chunk of agility. Oh, on the top lane meanwhile, we got another fight, or at least an attempt to fight, and there's the Echo Slam, and boom. That's one way of squishing a bug. Giant totem.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hudson now gonna get ran at as well. Gonna go down as well. I mean, look at Silencer even hitting like a truck. I mean, of Mirana you kinda expect that, but Silencer deals nearly equal right-click DPS Mirana. However, what he can't do is fight there. Or at least, yeah, he's trying still. Still trying to get a kill on H Prophet. And it looks like have it. Yep. That's that H Prophet. Will the int be going to Silencer? Yes, it will before he goes down. At Proxy, I think he's just like, doesn't matter got int worth. And this is satisfying. I mean, it is really satisfying to see a silence snowball like this, because people always keep forgetting about that. People are like, yes, it's Silencer, we pick him for the silence. Some people pick him for the utility because he does get a decent amount of mid to late game DPS. But there's not a lot of people who really try to have a silence steal as much int as you can. And the thing is, statistically speaking, you've still taken about 21 points of damage from your opponents. Rana is gonna go down. Alright, Gunky, see you around. Thanks for the constructive feedback. Always glad to hear it.
Coming in.
I always enjoy having a interesting chat. Meanwhile, on the top lane, it looks like we might see a rotation onto the Earthshaker. He's gonna manage to get out of there with his Blink Dagger. He's gonna go for an early gem, which is one of those items. If you go for the gem, oh, look at that. He's gonna get caught by the Rod of Aegis there, which Pugna just finished off a while ago. Sanky, however, is actually gonna be able to live. They don't quite have the damage to finish him off. Now Neek's Assassin is gonna go down to the Rocket Flare there, and okay, Earthshaker dead. Too big that can Mongolz get more here with the Bloodseeker going, and they might try to Pugna still dishing out a ton of damage with the ultimate there. Proxy now running for his life. Clockwork caught out. He's gonna be able to get away though. Oh, Mirana getting caught with the Aegis now. Drow right kicking for a ton. Proxy just gonna go down. NJ dropped as well, so that's not bad. But NJ got the kill on the on the Clockwork. I mean first with the Nature's Prophet before going down. Now the Mirana getting caught by the Aegis, and here's that power spike I was talking about. This is exactly what New Beginning needed. They found it. They can now continue pushing the aggression, forcing your opponent to act, and while they're pushing tower, I think I need to check on the items here a bit. I really forgot about items in general. Gold balance this game after Mongolz put on such a, well, such a devastating start, I think would be the best way to say it. Now that New Beginning are coming back, if they can just keep this going their way. Okay, Pugna gonna go for a solo kill on the Earthshaker. The ultimate is gonna get cast, but it's not gonna be enough with another Nether Blast. Or actually with the Force that Senki manages to get away, never mind. Really good reaction speed there from him. He's gonna be safe. Nature's Prophet just gonna finally take the tier 2 tower.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So there's only one tier 2 standing. After that, the map's gonna be really open for Team New Beginning. It's gonna be hard for Mongolz to farm then. And that's their moment to strike. That's their moment to push down a tier 3 tower, push down a shrine then, and force your... Okay, look at that. Neek Assassin gonna go down in the mid lane. Retribution there. And Retribution, he's pretty fat. Gonna go for the BKB now. Silencer almost got the 4-staff. Clockwork going for a really early game oriented build, but you kinda got Silencer as well as Mirana to help you scale into the late to ultra late game. Talking about Mirana, this Mirana is actually pretty damn fat. Top lane just being pushed in to force Mongolz to go back, stop the aggression, not get any objectives down. It looks like that's what Mongolz are gonna do. So, New Beginning, they are starting to kind of call the shots and come the dominant team here, but they need to keep this up and they need to get more objectives somehow. Maybe a smoke gank would be enough, maybe you need to bait your opponent, because you can't just run down head first through the mid lane. You're just gonna get echo slammed on Blood Rite, the long range stun arrow, and then you're dead. Like, then you're completely annihilated after so much chain control. And talk about chain control, the master of chain control, Clockwork, is gonna come on in with the Mirana, but Hudson, he's gonna try and turn on the Mirana. Mirana getting lifted here, Mirana almost going down actually, as we got Earthshake coming in, and there's the big here. Okay, now Earthshake is gonna go down, however, instead, and everybody's still low health, trying to get away. Ling, is he gonna be able to live? Nope, he's not. Gonna take down the Silence there. Now on the backline, Dro taking a good deal of damage, is gonna try to teleport out. Proxy, can he do it? No, one more hit needed. That the Bloodseeker killed off NJ there with the ratings, with the thirst really going out of control. I almost choked, sorry guys. I was taking a sip of coffee and then the team fight started. And it's such a waste too. I would have loved to go Rap God there. Still. This did shut down New Beginning in their tracks a bit, despite Mongolz being in a bit of an awkward spot net worth wise. I don't think they mind too much, because they do have the late game, they do scale better. All they need to do is prevent their objectives from being pushed, which they just effectively did. This is gonna give everyone some time to farm. Might not be the biggest window, but it is enough to operate on. And this is gonna be the high utility Clockwork. Now, going for Heaven's Halberd, I also really do like personally the sheep stick on the Clockwork. A lot of people do like it because, yes, it's super expensive, but you got a reliable source of mana regen, and you can disarm one target and sheep stick another one if needs be, or change the two up. Sheep stick into a disarm. All the options do seem kind of good in Retribution. He's gonna get caught. Neek Assassin there with the spiked carpet stun. That's just gonna be a dead Bloodseeker. Once again, him getting his killing streak, his kill streak tonight is just so annoying. And I mean, New Beginning, they've always been going on the Bloodseeker at pretty much just the right time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So it looks like Yamate gonna be the next target, and they're gonna find him. Perfectly global silence committed. Mongolz, they're still trying to shut this game down. They're still trying to buy time, create space, and they're succeeding because the mid tier 2 is still alive and well. It's been that way for, well, the last 28 minutes. Bottom tier 3 not quite in that good of spot. I mean, this is something you can still work with, but now there is an Aegis on Hudson. Roche went down. And Mongolz, they just need to hold on to this game. Going.
Coin for me. That should help.
And I mean, Mongolz, I think their last worry, and I think something they should start thinking about soon, because come on, look at this Bloodseeker. Now got a Diffusal Blade just to help run at people. Science are gonna go for the Hurricane Pike. Everything is done. Heaven's Halberd, BKB on the Mirana, they got everything they need to fight for the next couple of minutes. The thing is just that after a fight, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna push and lose your bottom tier 3 and potentially a lane of Rex? Are you just gonna farm? Which doesn't really change any dynamics of the game other than a bit of golden int swinging around. Oh, can they get the Nature's Prophet here? No, they can't. Well, they could have, but they didn't have vision. Know what was going on inside Mongolz. Goals. The Earth or the Nature's Prophet here, they can't really go on them. And I mean, Earthshake, Clockwork, they should have a pretty easy time cancelling any kind of TP Nature's Prophet can throw out. Also, this build of Nature's Prophet, kinda with the Blade Mail, reminds me of the old times. Of the 5-0 Talisman and the Blade Mail. And honestly, it was so fun to watch that build. You were nearly immortal. You were super hard to kill. And all of the damage would be returned. It was the best item cost to item value build. Which there are still variations of, but nowadays it's far less important. Because it's easier to farm, it's easier to gain gold. It's not like you can completely fall off and need to mitigate that. And I really do like the times where Bracer and Null Talisman would be banned on certain heroes. Okay, Clockwork casually hookshotting in and teleporting out. To kinda hold the push a little bit. The arrow off the mark there on Rubik. We're just gonna play the waiting game here, I guess. Let's take a look who else has interesting items to talk about. Manta's down the drone, now going for the butterfly, getting even more agility rolling. And I mean, we got a Pugna hitting for 250. That's just or actually 275. That's just not healthy anymore. Pugna eventually right clicking for 300 freaking damage. Seems good. Okay, we got Silencer caught out, chain stand up and going down. On the top lane, it's Prophet got caught trying to split push BKB up, and he's just gonna try and teleport out of there. Will easily succeed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And I mean, the thing is, BKB, even a 5-second BKB is gonna be enough to split push. So if you decide to go for this type of build, you should be good. Tier 3 tower now about to drop, and Mongolz, they can't really afford to lose this lane of Rex. It's not tower so much. Yes, Shrine Gold would be annoying, but you can make a comeback from having 1 tier 3 and Shrine. So there we go, Echo Slam in, and Fissure onto 3. However, Earthshaker now stunned up himself, but Neeks Seston is in a bit of trouble. Ling almost going down, Earthshake still alive. Draw range now.
Dyer's top tower.
They decide becomes the next target, and Drow's gonna go down. Nix hasn't managed to get out, but Drow's just a way higher, value kill. So Mongolz, in terms of fighting power and kills, they're doing fine. They never had to worry in terms of can we take this fight. What they have to worry about is can we take this fight without losing an objective. But we're back to what seems to be a pretty easy pace, a pretty easy going kind of game, where both teams just are just kind of looking for a good opening. Both teams do know what they're doing, got a game plan going. It's not like either one of these teams is really under a lot of pressure. Since yeah, new beginning, they're gonna fall off, at least in terms of team fight ability, but not by a ton. It's not like they're okay, shit, we can't do anything now, and you start hitting someone, it takes out to burst them down or something. It's really just that their insane DPS is kind of starting to be slightly less insane compared to the duration of the game and compared to their opponent's insane DPS. But the push is gonna go faster and faster, and eventually you reach that point, which I think is the best way for new beginnings of making their way well, they don't really need to make their way back into this game, but they do need to get rid of Mongol's advantage. And on the bottom lane, we have what seemed to be an attempted initiation, but was just a fissure. Rubik gonna get out of there to tell the tale, almost running into an arrow, is gonna be fine. So if you're now running for his life, Mirana, machine gunning him down. He's just there, with Bloodseeker giving the vision there. Nature's Prophet, meanwhile, going to work on the shrine. And I mean, this is the problem that I mean. Neeks wants to set up here. But still, Neeks wants to set up. Set against in the end, knowing that there is gonna be someone nearby. But yeah, eventually, new beginning, they're just gonna reach that point where one single base push, where you only need one fight, which you can initiate by picking off a core, or by going on a 4-man smoke gank, then force someone else, you know, try to bait the reaction out of your opponent, and then you can just push the entire base down before the opponent respawns. Sometimes you're building DPS, like on tower DPS and stuff, snowballs so hard that you pretty much only need one single push and you're good to go. Science is still sitting at a decent chunk of int, but it's obvious that he definitely lost his momentum. We got a global silence committed here, and I wonder what for. I think that was misclick actually. Because, yeah, that's gotta feel bad. Now a really long cooldown is on cooldown for nothing. That could have at least saved one hero's life, if not saved the team fight. Which is even better for new beginning, who would love to make a comeback into this game. Well, a comeback, you know what I mean. Would love to assert their dominance and win this game to... Oh, okay, we got a 1-man Echo Slam, no time to talk about semantics and stuff. Yamate now getting ran at by Retribution, and Earthshake is gonna go down, but so is Yamate, I guess. Retribution, purging of the Science there, is about to go down here with the Neeks assassin stunning him up. Science meanwhile on the backline, just giving them the good old razzle dazzle, slowing them up. But it's pretty much just, hey, you're slowed. Enjoy an annoying AoE slow with some damage to disable blink daggers and stuff. It's not like, oh shit, you're gonna take a ton of damage from the Science anymore. Meanwhile, hookshot in onto the Rubik. Clockwork still doing a really good damage compared to how the hero usually does. Rubik's just that here to Proxy, who's still gonna get himself close, seal some int. We got Clockwork trying to evacuate with the Mirana ultimate, but is gonna run straight under the ward. There was only one source of detection, being that lone ward down here, but they perfectly predicted Neeks might run into it. Got a nice and juicy kill, and now to new beginning. They got everything they need. Try and just split push a bit. Highlander, I can't believe he didn't get seen. He's fine. He's just gonna stand there as the trees nearly in front of him came to life, and we're like, okay guys, let's follow this green ape thingy guy.
Rock it on. Jackpot.
Yes. Requiem scene.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Boom, there it goes.
Okay, and while we're playing the waiting game for a while here, I mean, Roche has been up for 2 minutes. Well, slightly less, but Roche has been up for a bit now. And neither team really wants to commit to anything, because any commitment can result in you being punished hard. That's something nobody here wants.
Boom, there it goes.
And all of a sudden, what started off as a hyper-aggressive game from the side of Mongolz, then turned into a hyper-aggressive fight-heavy. God damn it! I need to clean my mouse path. Give me a sec. I hated that one little crumb of dust or whatever can really ruin your entire mouse path. Like, they need to make a dust-proof mouse. Meanwhile, Nate's Prophet getting arrowed, getting killed off. This is why both teams have been so careful. They want to prevent exactly this. And the scan is gonna spot out the Neeks assassin, meaning Mirana knows how to get out of there. And that's with a BKB on TP boots. Lives to tell the tale. Meanwhile, the Roche being contested. And New Beginning know what's happening, so maybe we're gonna see a Roche fight. But this is a pretty fast Roche. So New Beginning definitely need to hurry if they want to get it. Okay, that's plenty early. Bloodright, however, is gonna kill off the Rubik, and now the Neeks assassin is gonna go down. In comes the Echo Slam, not really doing anything for a change after that has been such a huge spell. Draw range is gonna go down, and NJ running for his life. Can he get away with Sandkey on his back end vision?
Double damage.
Looks like he might be able to. Meanwhile, the Clockwork dropped in the backline there. Sandkey could be going down here. Sandkey is just dead. That's pretty bad. Oh no, now Mirana's gonna go down. And Pugna managed to cheat up last second. Bloodseeker went down, and this is perfect. This is exactly what's been needed. And now I'm gonna show you guys what I meant with that one push is more than enough. Bloodseeker buying back, but look at that. Lane of Rax. And New Beginning, they're like, okay, peace, we're out. Top lane now getting pushed in as well.
Dire's middle tower has
And the
fallen.
mid lane being besieged too.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
And the Bloodseeker in his loans, he can buy some time, but can't really mount assault defense or anywhere near assault actually.
Dire's
Oh
middle
no.
tower has fallen.
Retribution, he's gonna be able to live, tell the tale, yet the game isn't gonna end just yet. That was damn close. And now we got Clockwork caught out of position there, getting controlled up. He's gonna be able to walk away and tell the tale. The mid-Rex, of course, don't deflect to walk away, so they're just gonna go down. And there goes the Echo Slam, a huge turnaround. But it's gonna be enough. Now the last Medivac is gonna drop. Senki is gonna drop next to the Pugna here. And Retribution forced to get out of there again. Silencer dishing out a good deal of damage, but that's pretty much all he does. Now Pugna is gonna go down, thanks to some crowd control there from Bloodseeker as well as the Clockwork. And there's only one ranged draft with 180 HP. Once that drops, it's gonna be a really hard game for Team Mongolz. I mean, with this draft, you of course want to hold on against Magus. It's one of the few drafts where I'm like, okay, here it's justifiable if you're not afraid of Magus too much, because Mirana's great at clearing them. Bloodseeker's pretty good at clearing them because of his sustain, because of his high damage per hit. And eventually Silencer will get decent at clearing them too. Once again, I'm gonna do an item checkup after that big fight. Draw range, and now got the Aghanims going. NJ got a Sheepstick up and running. Ling got a Blink Dagger. If you got a Blink too. I mean, Yamate also super fat. Not any of those ultra high value items, but you don't really need those. At least not now. Nature's Prophet decides to try and do some ratting. Any right click the trees get on the racks is one to last for the rest of the game. So Mongolz have made it a priority to just defend, prevent Nature's Prophet from getting that damn lane of range drags here. And I mean, it's obvious that they can't hold on indefinitely with the range drags, but if they hold on long enough to make something happen, some kind of turnaround, or so, I mean, I don't know. A good team fight would do the trick, of course, maybe two, but you know, one good team fight push the mid tier 2, next team fight push the mid tier 3, next team fight just go Ancient. That's pretty much the easiest game plan for Mongolz to execute at this point. And it's not impossible, but it's pretty damn near impossible to pull off. At least Vector Protection is back up for a while for Team Mongolz. I think this is the point of the game where I should already put it on buyback status, because that's gonna be really important. And guess how important it's gonna be. Silencer is just about to drop on the top lane. Can they get him in time? No, they won't. Proxy just teleporting out with one sliver of health. He's gonna be able to live. We're gonna see a top push in now from Team New Beginning, and they want that lane of racks. They want it bad. It's gonna give you a long-term gold advantage. It's gonna force at least one, if not two heroes to stay in or near the base at all times. Clockwork on Rex sitting duty. Okay, so the top shrine went down, even more gold in favor of New Beginning, but gold doesn't matter right now. At least not for New Beginning. I mean, Mongolz would like to have some more of it. That's pretty much all it's good for. Help Team Mongolz get more core items to get a better chance in the team fights that's inevitably coming up. I mean, there's only two options here. Either it's gonna be a team fight or it's gonna be the slow arthritic death for Team Mongolz. And I mean, if given the choice between a fighting death or just letting your opponent push. Okay, now we got a good initiation here onto Retribution, but it's not gonna be good enough. Drow, meanwhile, it's gonna spam a couple of arrows. If Yarver is gonna be the one going down. Now, our Yuka. Bit of trouble as well. Still, we're gonna see Team New Beginning live for a while longer.
Coin for me.
Only lost a Rubik there. That's completely doable. I mean, even a Rubik is super high net worth, of course, at this point. And it's a super important target. It's just that you don't really mind losing him. Also, the top lane's dropped. I completely missed that. NJ managed to somehow rat them out. I think he just teleported, right-clicked them twice, and that's it.
Yes.
There it is, the first Megas creep wave. Marching through, looking for something to hit. So what's the game plan here for New Beginning? If they really feel, I mean, if they really don't want to risk it. Oh, look at that. Talk about not risking it. Sankey getting a nice kill there onto Nature's Prophet. A high value kill. Yes, you committed a lot to it. But you're up against Magus at this point. It's just holding on, getting whatever you can, and then waiting for your opponent to get desperate and push in. I mean, as long as somebody's or two somebodies are... Oh, look at that. If you got caught as well here and New Beginning, they're just gonna lose one hero after another. Thing is, as long as somebody's gonna hold the base, this game could last an hour long at this pace. Eventually there's gonna be a Roche in favor of Team New Beginning. They're gonna try to use that for the high ground push, which is gonna be a really hard team fight for Team Mongolz to take, but if they get that, then they should be good. Like, if you win the next Aegis team fight, that's when you can actually try to sit back, have a bit of a breather, and then push in your opponent's base, if brave enough.
My damage redoubled.
Sankey looking for what's fine. What is he up to here? He does have a ward, but I figure if he would have wanted to place it, he would have dragged out of his inventory. Sankey, he is gonna be fine for the time being. Not sure for how long, so Nature's Prophet is gonna scout out the Roche, and he sees, okay guys, we can go Roche here. Immediately starts it off, and I mean, if New Beginning get this Roche, then they got everything they need to try and attempt a big high ground push. In terms of itemization, they're in a really good spot. I mean, both teams are, yes, but NJ got the MKB, Cypher Vice, kind of a hybrid build. Yamate got level 2 TP boots. And Hudson got, well, almost perfect 6 slotted. You can upgrade your Maelstrom to a Mjolnir, but that's about it. So now we got Nature's Prophet with Cheese, Drow with Aegis. Yamate, however, just got found on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Silencer, Proxy is gonna go down in return. So things are kind of equaled out again. A 4v4 fight. I wonder if that's something that New Beginning want to take or not. While they're just sitting back and waiting for their Megas to do their work.
The prize is mine.
And it looks like New Beginnings, they don't want to go for any high priority initiation attempt here. It's just gonna be kind of quiet until they find someone nice and juicy out of position. And guess what? They find that person. It's gonna be Clockwork, juicy enough, because this is actually the core Clockwork. NJ, however, is gonna go down and exchange instantaneously. Assassin feeding his new bot, his pretty freshly bought Agonist. However, now look at that. Bro, it's gonna lose her Aegis, and now Nexus is gonna go down. There is a ton of damage from Team Mongolz here. Hudson gonna get away here, or at least gonna attempt to get away. The BKB about to wear off. And Hudson now gonna go down. Meanwhile, NJ decided to do some ratting. Rubik got killed off as well. And Nature's Prophet did some ratting. Look at the Dire base. Despite this fight being lost really hard, Mongolz getting a really good fight out of this. The buffer buildings are almost all down. One tier 4 tower is down. And that's what New Beginnings want, because eventually they're gonna get at the point where they can just BKB backdoor the Ancient. I mean, it would be the first time it happens in the ProDota Cup, because you just got a team fight. You have to fight the team fight if you're Mongolz, because if you don't, then you're gonna lose heroes who get chased down, who get hunted. Then what? Either you go and take a good team fight and end up winning that team fight but losing your Ancient, or you end up losing the team fight because you try to disengage and bait your opponent near your Ancient. And then you still don't have the heroes to defend it, so it seems almost inevitable. However, it's gonna take some time for that to happen. New Beginning, they're not just ready to fight, they don't want to buyback the draw ranger, and if a buyback could be forced, it could be huge if draw were to die again, because then you're rid of the draw aura for a long while, which is currently about 30% of damage output of the New Beginning. Science and Magic TP out. Team Mongolz, they are holding on for a remarkable amount of time against Megas here. Needless to say, it won't be that much longer. At least not if Team Beginning aren't gonna let themselves get caught again. Still, that might just be what they're gonna do. However, now we got a perfect initiation on the Mirana. Mirana down for 100 seconds. Might be forced to buyback here. Retribution running for his life. He gets Atos up. Mantel saving him for a while longer. There we go with the life drain, and the Starstorm is gonna finish the job. So either Bloodseeker or Mirana definitely has to buyback here. Neeks Assassin prepares to besiege with the Aghanims here. Drow dangerously low health, but Pugna is just gonna heal up Hudson. Now back to nearly full health. Right clicking again with the ultimate coming into effect here, and Hudson is gonna go down to Mirana, coming a bit too close for the Jit to work. So 3 heroes dropped for nothing, and Mongolz, they are making the most of the high ground defense here. And Yamate is gonna go down as well. You can't just run up the high ground and like fight your opponent. That's what New Beginning just tried, and it didn't quite succeed. They lost everyone except for the Nature's Prophet, who is now sitting in base. And look at that, there's a Divine Rap here for that Ancient backdoor. Now, if this isn't an interesting game, I don't know what is. However, my freaking espresso isn't working. I'm literally about to fall asleep. Whenever I close my eyes, I physically struggle to open them again.
Yes.
I heard yesterday night, after I invited friends over who had to come from a town over, so they couldn't just go back home, had to sober up and drive this morning. So yeah, I had friends over when I heard I had to cast this morning. Just imagine how fun that is.
Yes.
Okay, still Rubik now gonna go down, and Mongolz, they're trying to push here. Can they do it somehow? Nature's Prophet in a bit of trouble, but he's hitting like a truck. Now the Clockwork instead is gonna go down, trying to stop the Nature's Prophet in his tracks. Nature's Prophet freaking god with the Divine Rap here. Defending his base against the Mongolz push. Mongolz only losing a low value target, but they don't want to lose anyone. Silence, meanwhile, more focused on split pushing. He has become a bit of a core, really interesting core build-ish thingy. As for the Bloodseeker, Salt Curse, he has everything he needs. I'm just waiting for Mongolz to go counter-rap here. I mean, at this point, what do you have to lose? There's already a rap here, which is eventually gonna hit the floor if the game isn't over before that. So you could build a counter-rap here on maybe Retribution if you feel like it. And Team New Beginning, they're just gonna push with some Necro Creeps now to accompany the Megas. All sides in check, and now Profit's gonna go down instantaneously. I mean, Ace Profit, he's casually hitting for 700 right click damage, and he didn't even go for the damage optimization build. He could output more than the K. Oh no, there's the Earthshaker coming in, and Pugna's gotta go down. Nice initiation down, Yamate. Now, however, NJ with the Divine Rapier getting another kill onto Retribution with Hudson there. And now, Mirana's gonna go down, Sankey's gonna go down, and GG being called finally. This game took 15 minutes longer than it had to take, but there was a, I'd say, 3 to 5% chance for a turnaround for Mongolz. I mean, they all